Happy New Year, everyone. It's now 2026 and I have a game haul here to jump into. Most of this is all stuff that I got over Christmas. Some of it is stuff that I bought before or after Christmas. It's mostly all games. I have one collector's / deluxe edition game here and a couple other things. So let's get into it. So I'll go into what I got before Christmas quickly. So I got Kirby Planet Robobot on the 3DS. This was still sealed, by the way. I was surprised to see that you could still get sealed 3DS games, but then honestly, I realized that going forward, buying sealed 3DS games is a very bad idea because of the whole flash storage issue with the cartridges. For those who don't know, the flash storage on 3DS and DS cartridges, also Vita cartridges, is starting to fail now. And in particular with games that haven't been used in a long time, or in the case of this, not at all, there is a pretty good chance that it just won't work. Fortunately, this works. I was very lucky. I was very lucky, but I will not be buying sealed 3DS games anymore. That's not happening. But yes, I like Kirby games and I'm excited to play this. Then I also got Trails in the Sky First Chapter. I've never played any Trails games before. I'm excited to get into the franchise. I've heard a lot of JRPG fans say that you absolutely need to play Trails, and it's a lot of JRPG fans' favourite franchise actually, which makes me even more intrigued. And I figured that this would be a good starting point, so at some point in 2026 I will play this. Maybe I'll start it off on stream, but we'll see. I don't really know how I'm going to go about this, whether it will be something I play off stream or whether I'll play it fully on stream or partially on stream, I don't know. Then, something else that I got before Christmas, I went a little bit crazy with this, I guess, but one of my favourite games from 2025 was Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. And I'd been debating getting the collector's / deluxe edition for a while, and I ended up getting it. So this is the UK version. I think the US version has like scenery on it and it's this way, I don't know. But the European version is like this. I don't know if it's fully in frame, but it's very big, as you can see. What I like is that the DLC, from what I can tell, the extra content that comes with this is actually on the cartridge instead of it being a download, which I do wish more companies would take example from Marvelous and do the same thing and put DLC on the cartridge and things like that, but they won't, will they? So anyway, included in this is some really cool stuff. So it comes with the soundtrack CD. It also comes with a little plushy keyring of Woolby, I think it is. It comes with a folding fan, which is very pretty. And it also comes with an art book. So a lot of the things that I like, I'm quite fussy with what comes in like collector's editions and stuff. I like to have a soundtrack CD and an art book of some sort. I'm not really bothered about steelbooks that much, but I'm also really not bothered about trinkets, but I do like the folding fan. I like folding fans in general, I don't know why. And also it's the folding fan that's literally in the game, which is, I guess, part of the reason why I like it so much. But the main thing is I love this game so much. I feel like I'm like the #1 Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma fan on YouTube. I'm giving myself the title. I know that I haven't like made separate videos about it really. I mean, I made a review video for the game that like no one watched, which is fine. It's not a good video, which I might even take down. But I had to get this, okay? Basically, like I had to get it because I love this game so much. Next, for the Christmas stuff and the stuff that I got myself after Christmas, so they're like Christmas presents to myself, I guess. We have Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 Remake. So Resident Evil 4 I got for Christmas. Resident Evil 2 I ended up buying myself because I'm going to be streaming this first thing in 2026. This is the first game I'm going to be streaming. I'm excited but scared about it because I've never played a horror game. You may be wondering why I decided to start with these two specific Resident Evil games. It's quite simple, guys. I mean, think about it. It's the plot. But yes, look forward to those streams if you want to see me get scared and freak out. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm going to be like playing horror games on stream or just in general because I've never played any. Next we have Tales of Xillia Remastered. Tales of Xillia is a game that I already know I really like. It's one of my favourite Tales of games, and it's now been remastered. It has Japanese voice acting with it and some quality of life improvements, so I'm looking forward to replaying this at some point. I have the Tales of Graces F remastered as well, so I'm adding it to the collection, you know, the Tales of collection. Then we have Tomb Raider 4, 5 and 6 remastered. So I have been waiting for the physical of this to come out for ages. Because Spira, they seem to release it digitally and then they take, I think it's been like a year since these games came out digitally and now finally the physical releases come out. Now I assume that they do this to try and get as many of the patches and any fixes or extra content, if there is any, on the disc. So if that is why it took so long, then that's fine with me. But yes, we finally have it. As you may know, I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. So I obviously had to get this. I love the remasters. The remasters are so good. I've been playing through Tomb Raider 1 and 2. I have yet to play 3. So I have heard a lot about like Angel of Darkness and how that was a really broken, clunky game on the PS2, but apparently Aspyr have done a lot of things to really improve the game and basically fix it and build it up to be what it was supposed to be in the first place. So I'm excited to get to that, but also I haven't really heard much about the other two games, The Last Revelation and Chronicles, but I'm excited to play those as well. I think The Last Revelation takes place pretty much just in Egypt, but Egypt is an area that I'm quite fascinated with. Then we have Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 0 on Switch. So these were both on my wish list. I did mention that I didn't know which one to start with, but my dad ended up getting me both of these two. I think I'm going to start with Octopath Traveler 0 and then go to Octopath Traveler. I don't know, but either way, I'm happy to have these two. The problem with me and JRPGs is I only like to play one JRPG at a time, and I'm playing through Final Fantasy IX at the moment. And so it's probably going to be a while before I can get to either of those. And I have a bunch of other JRPGs, so I'm going to have to slow down on the JRPG front of things, like not buy more JRPGs for a while because it's going to get a bit much, you know? Octopath Traveler is a franchise I've wanted to get into for a while, and I'm excited. I think I'm going to like this franchise quite a lot. Then we have NIS Classics Volume 3. So I'd kind of forgotten that I had this on my wish list at all. It was like right at the bottom. It contains Rhapsody, a Musical Adventure, and La Pucelle Ragnarok. I'd never heard of La Pucelle Ragnarok, but it looks cute. Rhapsody, a Musical Adventure, I actually already have on DS, but I've heard that this is the PlayStation version, because the DS version, they've changed the battle system. And I think they've changed things like the character portraits. So there's not like a massive difference between the DS version and the PlayStation version of this game, this one. But yeah, I really need to get round to playing Rhapsody, a Musical Adventure. And I'm also very curious about La Pucelle Ragnarok. But yeah, we'll see. I am intrigued. And then lastly, for the games, we have Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, which is a modern Harvest Moon game. And I loved the Harvest Moon games as a kid, but I feel like the more recent Story of Seasons games, because yeah, Harvest Moon is now called Story of Seasons, is kind of confusing, I guess, but the modern Story of Seasons games, I feel like they're not really, they've fallen behind a little bit compared to things like Stardew Valley. But this one I thought looked much better than the previous ones that have been released recently. So I was intrigued. I have started playing this actually. This is the only game I got that I've already started playing because it's a cozy game. It's a farming sim, you know, so it's kind of a pick up and play kind of experience. And so far, I like it. It's very cute. I really like the graphics. The graphics are genuinely really nice. I've been playing it on my OLED Switch, so This isn't the Switch 2 version, and it looks really nice. I'm impressed with how it runs as well, that I've had no issues. If you've been thinking about buying this, but you've been wondering whether you should just wait to get a Switch 2 in the Switch 2 version, you really don't need to. This runs absolutely fine on the Switch. No need for a Switch 2 version for this game, in my opinion. Now, I have two more things here which are gaming related, which I'm going to show you. I have the Final Fantasy VII Remake Traces of Two Pasts novel, which I've been wanting for a while because I obviously haven't read it yet, and now I have it. So that means that I can read it, and I'm looking forward to it. Aerith and Tifa are two of my favourite Final Fantasy characters. I really love both of them. So I'm very interested in knowing more about them and their past and having their stories kind of fleshed out a little bit more. It's going to be interesting. And lastly but not least, I have the FF7 remake, Materia Ultimania. Ultimania? Yes, Ultimania. This, again, I've wanted for ages, but I've seen it a few times in Forbidden Planet and really, like, I would be like, oh, I really want to buy it, but I'd have to hold myself back. Because the last time I saw it in a shop, for example, was during my buying ban, which, by the way, I've basically lifted my buying ban at this point. I still need to be careful, but Christmas is over, so I don't need to, I know that I haven't got like loads of money to spend on other people. Yeah, I've spent loads of time looking through this. It's an amazing book. Like, I love how like much information there is in here and stuff. We have Cloud here. He looks very nice. Look at Aerith though. Look at Aerith. She's so pretty. So yes, I'm happy to finally have this. I don't know where I'm going to put it though, because it's so big and it's very heavy. So anyway, that's everything I got for Christmas, and also between now and my previous video game haul. Let me know what you got for Christmas, if you got any games, or even if you got something else, let me know. And thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!